guys? Welcome back to the Supes channel. My name is Matt Supes Ramos, and on this channel I am to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, I have not been able to sleep over the past 87 and a half hours since I've seen Fantastic Four First Steps. And today I want to talk about the film's ending, obviously the post-credit scene, and how it sets up Avengers Doomsday in a big way, because this has been literally the only thing going through my mind. It's taken over every part of my being, and I just feel the need to express this with you guys, nerd out with you guys, share this feeling with you guys. And I'm gonna be posting this video instead of our usual Friday episode of the Supes show. You know, I wasn't able to basically hang out with any of the homies in order to record like a massive spoiler review discussion. So I'm doing this instead to just pour it out there and talk about the ending of Fantastic Four. So getting straight to it, spoilers ahead if you haven't seen Fantastic Four. I'm gonna talk about the post-credit scene in 3, 2, 1. So we opened up in the Baxter Building living room. There has been a 4-year time jump since the events of the entire Fantastic Four movie. Now we see Franklin, and he's 4 years old. He's much more grown. He's more of a toddler than a baby. And Sue is reading him a story, and then she goes over to the bookshelf to get a new book. And when she returns, she hears something, and she turns the corner, and it's Dr. Doom with his mask off, and nothing is said. It's very likely that RDJ wasn't even in that costume, because it's all we see is the green hood over the Dr. Doom mask in his hand, and he's just locked in with Franklin as Franklin stares into him. And then boom, scene cuts. It's a very quick, straight to the point scene, but it definitely sets the tone for what's to come in Doomsday. And I also think it does a great job at answering a lot of questions. Another Dr. Doom tie-in that I think connects to this post-credit scene is that earlier in the events of the Fantastic Four movie, Sue Storm is addressing the nations of the world, and the camera is panning throughout all of the nations, and there is one empty seat, and that is for the country of Latveria. That is the only other Doctor Doom tie-in that there was in Fantastic Four aside from the post-credit scene, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I was when I just saw that moment, because they're just letting us know he's coming, he's somewhere out there. And yes, Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom is from this Fantastic Four universe. And that in itself raises a ton of questions. Where was Dr. Doom while Galactus was making it very clear that he was heading to Earth to completely destroy it? Why wasn't he at that nation's address? Does he already have a history with this Fantastic Four team and a beef with Reed Richards like that? You know, what is the history of this character and the Fantastic Four within this universe, and with the way Marvel's presenting it, because they're obviously doing something very different than what's been done in the comics? And so in that post-credit scene, not only is Dr. Doom very much there for Franklin, because he probably recognizes how powerful Franklin is, being one of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel Comics universe. You know, Franklin is one of those beings who can manipulate reality at will. In a lot of different stories in the comics, he's been able to reshape the multiverse. And so the dude is freaking powerful. Galactus recognized that. I mean, that was kind of the central plot of the movie, which was Franklin being just this ultimate powerful being that the Fantastic Four don't even know how powerful he really is. And Galactus recognizes that, and that's why he's after Franklin. But now it seems like Dr. Doom is set on Franklin, and a huge part of that is because Franklin will be able to help him take over the multiverse, and he is definitely an asset to have on your side in these upcoming wars we're gonna see in these next two Avengers films. Now, another thing I want to address is the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, because even after watching the entire Fantastic Four movie, we still don't know or see the events of the Fantastic Four entering the main 616 MCU. Like, that was the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, which was obviously the ship coming in, and the Fantastic Four are now in the main Marvel universe. It's now, just connecting the dots, I assume that Dr. Doom will very likely take Franklin from Sue in this scene. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of these post-credit scenes as actual scenes in Doomsday. You know, like if you told me that Doctor Doom meeting Franklin and showing up to the Baxter building, if you told me that was like the opening scene of Doomsday, I would probably believe you. And I think we're going to see something similar to that, where it's just going to pick up right after that post-credit scene. And that's when we'll get RDJ just absolutely being a menace, toying with Franklin, flexing that in front of Sue. Maybe the rest of the Fantastic Four show up and they fight Doom, and he just overpowers all of them and then ends up taking Franklin. And then the Fantastic Four realize that they need help, and so they track Doom, and they find out that he is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and so they head over to that universe, and that's where they start to meet all of these other heroes that are going to help them in this fight. That is currently my working theory. I really don't know any other reason as to why the Fantastic Four would head over to the main MCU with the way things have been laid out from what we've seen. And so it's going to be very interesting to see how that all comes to light. But dude, what a great way to tee up Doomsday. And guys, it's just freaking heartbreaking that we have to wait a year and a half until we see this movie in theaters December 2026. This wait is going to feel eternal, but you know, that was a crazy post-credit scene to just kind of just leave us on. Because not only does the post-credit scene answer a lot of questions, but it also makes us ask even more questions. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I also want to bring up is that in the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, a lot of people pointed out that the Fantastic Four's ship looks different than the one we see in the Fantastic Four movie. But now I guess that's been completely explained with the 4-year time jump. You know, Reed Richards is someone who's always constantly improving the team's technology, their equipment, and so it's very likely that over the last 4 years, he's upgraded the Fantastic Four's ship, and that's why it does look different in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene than it does in the actual Fantastic Four movie. What's crazy, guys, is that even though we've seen Doctor Doom, we still haven't seen or heard RDJ. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about that moment, that first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday, where we're going to see this man take center stage and just whip up this entire universe into the palm of his fingers, because Robert Downey Jr. is the GOAT of the MCU. He's the father of the MCU. He is the main man. You know what I'm saying? He is the main man behind this whole universe. And so to see him come back is just a historic moment, and I can't believe we still haven't even seen that despite seeing Doctor Doom. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Marvel gives that moment to us, because we are going to get it in the trailers. He is going to be the central figure that they market Doomsday around, but the way he's going to be presented to us, are we going to get a teaser poster of him first? Are we going to just get that first teaser trailer? When are they going to drop that teaser trailer? Like, there's a lot of questions to be asked as to the way Marvel is going to roll out this movie, but there's no doubt that it will be one of the biggest Marvel films in our lifetime, and I am beyond grateful and excited to take you guys with me on this journey, because, man, I started this channel. A huge reason I started this channel was to just document my excitement for myself, for my hype in between Infinity War and Endgame. And now to be here in this moment and taking you guys on this huge journey, like from when this movie was first announced, and I was there, boots on the ground at Comic-Con when RDJ took center stage, to now finally seeing this film hit theaters in December 2026. We're still a ways away, but I look forward to growing up with you guys, taking you guys with me on this journey, and celebrating these characters and this universe that we've grown up loving. So with that being said, let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of the post-credit scene of Fantastic Four and how it sets up Avengers Doomsday? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified for future videos. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.